dark and difficult times lie ahead. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
Active Patriot, I'll put a link to his channel in the description, was out on some exercise last night riding his bike when he came across a woman on the floor and a couple of coppers. He decided to stop and see what was going on. Now, bearing in mind that the guidance now says that you are allowed to take a break from your exercise providing your break is not longer than the time spent exercising. Load of tripe that is, but still it's what the police are being told, and of course rather than trying to understand the legislation for themselves, they simply do as they're told, even if what they're being told is a pile of horse crap. Anyway, what caught my attention here is that not only did the copper tell Active Patriot that cycling is now illegal, seriously, that's what he says, he also tries to threaten him with a dispersal order. Now, before we get into the breakdown of this video itself, I'm just going to play the short clip in full. And as it's Active Patriot, I'm sure he won't mind me showing the whole clip without interrupting first, before then breaking it down.
Alright.
Yeah, fine.
Do you know who this is?
I ain't got a clue. I've rode round, I ain't seen no one walking in the last half hour.
What you out riding for?
What do you mean? Why not?
Because you're supposed to be inside unless you're out on an essential journey.
Why do you know I'm not?
No lights on your right.
Lights? There's no cars on the road, is there? Because no one's allowed out.
No. So why are you out?
Why am I out?
Yeah.
Why do I need a reason?
Yes, you absolutely do need a reason.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Why do I?
Because we're in a period of lockdown.
It don't look like it. There's a woman pissed up on the floor there. Are you nicking her? Or are you getting an ambulance?
What's your name?
What's my name?
Yeah.
Why is
What's your
that?
name? Well, you're outside. You're not out.
You can see clearly why I'm out, can't you? I'm riding a bike. What's that tell you what I'm doing?
Because that's not legal.
What is it? Is riding a bike not legal?
No.
Really?
What's it you're not understanding about this?
Are you telling me riding a bike's not legal?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
Please show me in law where it's not legal. You sound really stupid now.
Right. Have you been watching the news recently?
I don't watch the news, mate. It's full of propaganda, mate. It's full of bull crap, mate.
So, we're in a period of lockdown due to coronavirus.
Yeah?
You're only supposed to leave your home address for essential journeys.
Yeah? What's the one,
Going
mate?
out for a little...
Balls have been relaxed, mate. I can do what I want. I don't need to tell you no. Yes, I do. If I had an argument with my missus, yeah, I can go out.
Calm yourself down. Don't shout.
You are?
Calm it down.
Don't talk pathetic. Don't be stupid. You have to be police officers. Know the law before you try and tell me the law.
Ultimately, we're trying to deal with somebody.
I'm not being obtuse. You don't need to talk. I've seen someone on the floor down there to see what's happened. I thought police might have been beating someone up. I've seen police officers over a person on the floor.
You're being pathetic.
No, I'm not. You're being pathetic, aren't you? Why? You're being pathetic. You're telling me riding a bike's illegal.
What's your name?
Why? What do you want my name for?
Because you're committing an offence.
No, I'm not. I'm committing no offence. No, I'm not.
Go away then.
Go away. Don't tell me what to do, mate. You don't own me. I'll own these streets, mate. I've got my God-given right to be here, mate. You don't tell me what to do. Yes, I have, mate. Yes, I have, mate. You've got regulations, mate, and you're taking your regulations too far, mate.
I'm not.
Jog on, mate.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Jog on. Bye-bye. I'm not going nowhere. I'll stay now. Don't tell me to go, mate. Who do you think you are?
You either leave or I'll give you a dispersal order to make you leave.
Will you? I'm having a rest, mate. I've just had an half an hour bike ride, so I'm going to have a rest.
We'll go and rest over there.
Don't tell me where to go and rest, boy.
Right.
Don't tell me where to go and rest.
For obstruct police in a minute.
Obstructing police? How am I obstructing the police? I'm having a rest here, yeah? And you're trying to tell me riding a bike is illegal. I'm shouting because you're not listening.
At the minute, your behaviour is very childish.
Your behaviour is stupid.
Pathetic.
Pathetic? You tell me it's illegal to ride a bike. Don't tell me I'm pathetic,
I'm not
yeah?
telling you it's illegal.
Yes, you just do. You said it 3 times
here. To be
here.
out, not on an essential journey.
You don't know what I'm out for, though, do you? So don't tell me it's illegal.
To tell me.
No, I'm not refusing. You don't talk to me like crap.
I'm absolutely sick to death of you at the minute.
Yeah, good for you.
I'm trying to deal with somebody,
yeah,
and you're just getting in our way.
I'm not getting in your way. You're getting in my way. You're asking me questions. Yeah, I was asking you why the woman's on the floor. Well, I suggest get an ambulance, don't you?
Well, we're trying to, but we can't deal with it because we've got to deal with you.
You go on the radio and say, can I have an ambulance, please? I've got a drunken disorderly on the floor. It takes 2 seconds, doesn't it?
On the floor.
You what?
Disorderly.
How's it not drunk, then? A drunk person on the floor.
I don't know the drunk. I've not had a chance to speak to him yet because I've got to deal with you.
You were just speaking to him. You're dealing with me, are you? Speaking to him on the floor.
Why are you here?
Why am I here? Yeah. What do you mean, why am I here?
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Because I've come to help out with this.
I'm here because I want to be here.
Right, okay. So
Yeah.
why are you still here?
Well, I'm still here because these guys are arguing with me, trying to tell me it's illegal to ride a push bike.
Right. Well, you got no lights on, have you?
And go on, be the first copper to nick someone for no lights, dare you? Go
You
on.
wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, you would be in this
Oh,
town,
I'm
mate. You
not
would be because I made a law in this town, mate. I know everyone
You
who's
know
been
law.
nicked, yeah?
Oh, you
Do you?
wanna do
The thing is, you don't go to law school, do you?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. So you don't know the law, do you? So
Yeah.
don't try and tell me the law.
Did you?
No, I've read it
Oh,
up.
well.
I've got a 2.1 now in law.
2 point in
Yeah,
law.
yeah.
You didn't go to law school, but you got 2.1 in law.
Trust me, mate. You don't know what I've got, mate.
I don't know what you've got now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going back over here.
That's right, yeah. You're the cunts that got COVID, not me. Obstructing the highway. Gee. Hey, actually, you know what? I want your number. I want your number because you told me it's illegal to ride a bike.
Team 2 Patrol.
Wig, Team 2 Patrol. What's your name?
2 Brooks 1997, Victoria Street.
Yeah. Muff. Fucking illegal to ride a bike. Jog on. That's what I come out for. No, I'm happy. I don't feel so stressed now. I just need to get a bit of fucking shit off my head, you know what I mean? What we saying? Alright.
Do you know who this is?
I ain't got a clue. I've rode around, I ain't seen no one walking in the last half hour.
What you out riding for?
What do you mean? Why not?
Because you're supposed to be inside unless you're out on an essential journey.
Why do you know I'm not?
No lights on your right.
So, what are you out riding for? Well, apart from the fact that you're allowed to go to the shops for essentials, which he could well be doing, apart from the fact he could be going to essential work, apart from the fact he might be taking his exercise, and apart from the fact that he may well be on his way to provide care to someone, it really doesn't matter what he's doing riding his bike.
Why? There's no cars on the road, is there? Because no one's allowed out.
No. So why are you out?
Why am I out?
Yeah.
Why do I need a reason?
Yes, you absolutely do need a reason.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Why do I?
Because we're in a period of lockdown.
Don't look like it. There's a woman pissed up on the floor there. Are you nicking her? What, are you getting an ambulance?
What's your name?
What's my name?
Yeah.
Why is
what's your
that?
name? Well, you're out. You're outside. You're out.
You can see clearly why I'm out, can't you?
It seems to me, however I could be wrong, that the constable is trying to order Active Patriot's details from him unlawfully, as the police have no powers to require you to give any details on a stop and account exercise, which I might add has already been established to not be a power the police can use during a lockdown. The College of Policing information on stop and accounts says there is no corresponding power to detain a person, to talk to them or ask them to account for themselves. They cannot be arrested for not stopping to talk to the officer or answer their questions. Now, a stop and account is entirely separate from a stop and search. It involves a police constable or police community support moron stopping someone and requesting that they account for what they're doing, their presence in an area or where they're going, or maybe it's something that they're carrying. Crucially, the constable has no power to force any person on foot to stop or to account for themselves. On the other hand, there is no guidance governing circumstances in which a constable should or should not request a person to stop an account. Rather, that's left entirely to the discretion of the constable as to when and in relation to who they choose to employ that procedure. nor is there any requirement beyond identifying themselves as a police constable to inform the person stopped of the reason why they're being asked to account for themselves, or that they are free to continue on their way without answering any questions. Now, it's essential for you to remember, and I've been saying this since this whole lockdown thing started, you do not have to speak to the police when asked what you're doing, where you're going, what your name is, or any other question for that matter. The police have no powers to demand your details unless there is reasonable or clear suspicion that you have or are committing an offence. That suspicion can in most cases only come from you opening your mouth. There has been reports of police using section 50 of the Police Reform Act. The problem for us with this is that it requires the constable's belief and not reasonable belief that antisocial behaviour is being or is likely to be committed. And under section 50 it's supposedly an offence not to give your name and address. It's also a strict liability offence. Strict liability offences are offences which require no proof of intentional wrong or knowledge of wrongdoing in relation to one or more aspects of the guilty act. In other words, whether you know it or not, you can commit an offence if you don't give your details. But don't panic, because it's an offence that is over the moment that you do give your details should you want to do so. But it's also an offence that the police cannot hold you for more than 24 hours before releasing you for. And as it's our inalienable rights not to speak to anyone we don't want to, there's nothing the police can do to force it out of us. It just means 24 hours in lockdown in a police station rather than 24 hours in lockdown at home.
I'm riding a bike. What's that tell you what I'm doing?
Because that's not legal.
What is riding a bike not legal?
No.
Really?
What is it you're not understanding about this?
Are you telling me riding a bike's not legal?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
Please show me in law where it's not legal. You sound really stupid now.
Right.
Let me refer back to my first comment. You are allowed to go to the shops for essentials, which he could well be doing. Apart from the fact he could also be going to essential work. Apart from that, he may be taking his daily exercise. And apart from that, he may be on his way to provide care to someone. It really doesn't matter what he's doing riding his bike.
Have you been watching the news recently?
I don't watch the news, mate. It's full of propaganda, mate. It's full of bull crap, mate.
So, we're in a period of lockdown due to coronavirus.
Yeah?
You're only supposed to leave your home address for essential journeys.
Yeah? What's the
Going
what, mate?
out for a little...
Balls of him, relax, mate. I can do what I want. I don't need to tell you no. Yes, I do. If I had an argument with my missus, yeah, I can go out.
Calm yourself down.
Don't shout.
You are?
Calm it down.
Don't talk pathetic. Don't be stupid. You have to be police officers. Know the law before you try and tell me the law.
Ultimately,
You was acting what you
we're
was
trying
doing
to
and you
deal
were
with
being
somebody.
obtrusive.
I'm not being
You've
obtrusive.
decided to
You
come
don't
up
need to
and
talk.
involve
I've seen someone on the floor down there. See what's happened. I thought the police might have been beating someone up.
Now, they might not be beating anyone up, but they sure as hell won't be helping to stop the spread of any virus, especially as PC 1997 has his gloved hands in his pockets, which he could have done with an infected pair of gloves earlier on, only to go and put a clean pair of gloves in and infect them, which he is then going to go and use to touch a member of the public. Nice work, Constable.
I've seen police officers over a person on the floor.
You're being pathetic.
No, I'm not. You're being pathetic, aren't you? Why? You're being pathetic. You're telling me riding a bike's illegal.
What's your name?
Why? What do you want my name for?
Because you're committing an offence.
No, I'm not. I'm committing no offence. No, I'm not.
Right, go away then.
Go away. Don't tell me what to do, mate. You don't own me. I'll own these streets, mate. I've got my God-given right to be here, mate. You don't tell me what to do.
At all.
Yes, I have, mate.
You haven't.
Yes, I have, mate. You've got regulations, mate, and you're taking your regulations too far, mate.
I'm not.
Jog on, mate.
Yeah.
Yes, I have, mate. You've got regulations, mate, and you're taking your regulations too far, mate.
I'm not.
Jog on, mate.
Yeah.
Yes, I have, mate. You've got regulations, mate, and you're taking your regulations too far, mate. I'm not. Jog on, mate. Yeah.
I think it almost hit him there that he was in fact taking his powers a bit too far. There was a slight pause where it almost seemed for a minute his subconscious said to him, "You are a dickhead, you're being a Nazi."
Bye-bye.
Jog on. Bye-bye. I'm not going nowhere. I'll stay now. Don't tell me to go, mate. Who do you think you are?
You either leave or I'll give you a dispersal order to make you leave.
Will you? I'm having a rest, mate. I've just had an half-an-hour bike ride, so I'm going to have a rest.
We'll go and rest over there.
Don't tell me where to go and rest, boy.
Right?
Don't tell me where to go and rest.
For obstruct police in a minute.
Obstructing police? How am I obstructing the police? I'm having a rest here, yeah? And you're trying to tell me riding a bike is illegal. I'm shouting because you're not listening.
A dispersal order comes from the Anti-Social Behaviour Crime and Policing Act 2014 Part 3, which encompasses section 34 through 42. However, in this case, we only need to worry about some of these sections, not all of them. Now, I'm going to link to the full legislation in the description, but what I'm going to show you here is a fact sheet for the dispersal powers published by the government, as it's a little easier for you guys to understand. I'm not suggesting you won't understand the full legislation, but it's just easier. The dispersal power is a flexible power, and the police love flexible powers, which could be used in a range of situations to disperse antisocial individuals and provide immediate respite to a local community. For example, if someone was riding a mini-moto on an estate and causing distress to others as a result of the noise, they could be asked to leave an area and their mini-moto could be confiscated. When this was originally enacted, agencies would have to go through a cumbersome process for designating the area a dispersal zone before they could deal with the problem, potentially leaving victims at the mercy of antisocial behaviour for a long time. The amended dispersal powers gave the police the power to disperse individuals or groups causing or likely to cause antisocial behaviour in public places. Police and community support officers, if designated the power by their chief constable, will be able to require a person to leave an area and not return for up to 48 hours. The power can be used in any public place and in common areas of private land with the landowner's or occupier's consent, such as shopping centres. The power combines elements of the current legislation into a single tool. That tool would be a police constable. The original power under Section 30 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act 2003 requires consultation with the local council to designate a dispersal zone in advance. This process can result in victims and communities suffering for a number of months before the police can act. The original powers were not effective. The amended power only requires authorisation by an officer of at least the rank of inspector and does not require consultation with the local authority. Two conditions need to be met for a dispersal order to be given. Firstly, the constable has to have reasonable grounds to suspect that the behaviour of the person has contributed or is likely to contribute to members of the public in the locality being harassed, alarmed or distressed, or the occurrence of crime and disorder. Secondly, the constable has to consider that giving a dispersal order to the person is necessary for the purpose of removing or reducing the likelihood of antisocial behaviour, crime or disorder. Bearing in mind that active Patriot had literally just arrived on the scene, there was zero evidence or reasonable grounds to suspect either, especially as it was the middle of the night and there was, apart from the drunk on the floor, no members of the public around that were likely or would have been likely to feel harassed, alarmed or distressed. And to ensure the power is used proportionately, there must be approval from an officer of at least the rank of inspector to use the power. And this will make sure that the wider impacts on for example, community relations can be considered properly before use. The inspector can authorise the use of the power in a specified area for a period of up to 48 hours. For instance, on a particular housing estate where there is likely to be antisocial behaviour at the weekend, an inspector can pre-approve use of the new power by his or her officers. Alternatively, if an incident occurred at a different time of the week when it had not been anticipated, a police officer could contact an inspector for authorisation to use the dispersal in that specific instance. I wonder if a dispersal power had been approved by an inspector at the point that this was threatened. Failure to comply with a dispersal order is apparently a criminal offence and will carry a maximum penalty of £2,500 fine and or 3 months imprisonment. Failure to hand over confiscated items would also be a criminal offence and would have the penalty of up to £500 fine. These sanctions are in line with current equivalent powers and will ensure there are serious consequences for those failing to comply. Or rather, to ensure the police have additional weapons in their arsenal to arbitrarily punish people for not giving them the respect they think they deserve when abusing this power. As a safeguard to protect civil liberties, data on the use of the dispersal power would have to be published locally. And this means that the force would have to provide information on the dispersal order on their website or social media pages, for example, indicating that an inspector or hire has signed off on the power to be used in a specific area for a specified time frame, either before or during the powers being enacted for that area and time frame. Police and crime commissioners are supposed to hold police forces to account on this to ensure that police are using the powers proportionately. Publication of data locally will help highlight any hotspot areas that may need a longer term solution, such as diversionary activities for young people or introduction of CCTV cameras to help design out crime and antisocial behaviour. As for obstructing police, and this one worries me a bit because it's laid out under Section 89 of the Police Act 1996 entitled Assaults on Constables. Paragraph 2 of Section 89 says that any person who resists or willfully obstructs a constable in the execution of his duty, or a person assisting a constable in the execution of his duty, shall be guilty of an offence and liable on summary conviction to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 month, or to a fine not exceeding level 3 on the standard scale, or to both. Now, breaking down the Crown Prosecution Service legal guidance on obstructing a police constable, it says a person obstructs a constable if he prevents him from carrying out his duties or makes it more difficult for him to do so. No one was preventing the police from doing their duties here, apart from themselves. Active Patriot was simply an observer until the police engaged with him. It goes on, the obstruction must be willful, meaning the accused must act or refuse to act deliberately, knowing and intending his act will obstruct the constable. However, refusing unlawful directions is not an obstruction. The police could have simply ignored him and carried on with what they were doing and what they were there for, but as we know, police are like stray cats, ripping open bin bags, pulling the contents out, trying to find that flake of week-old tuna still stuck in the can.
At the minute, your behaviour is very childish.
Your behaviour's
and
stupid.
Pathetic.
Pathetic? You tell me
Yes.
it's illegal to ride a bike. Don't tell me I'm pathetic,
I'm not
yeah?
telling you it's illegal.
Yes, you
to
just
ride
do.
a
You
bike.
said it
I'm
3
telling you it's
times
illegal to
here.
be out, not on an essential journey.
You don't know what I'm out
That's
for,
what
though,
I'm
do
telling
you? So don't tell me
Because you're
it's
refusing
illegal.
to tell me.
No,
Do you
not
know what?
refusing. You don't talk
I'm
to me like
getting
crap.
absolutely sick to death of you at the minute.
Yeah? Good
I'm
for
trying
you.
to deal with somebody.
Beg to differ there, Constable. If you were in fact trying to deal with somebody other than Active Patriot, then you would be doing so. Rather than trying to turn your call out into a double whammy, there's several police constables there. The woman is being dealt with. I'm sure if you were needed, the other constables would have called you over to assist them. So stop trying to make out you're being disturbed and obstructed.
Yeah,
and
go
you're
on.
just getting in our way.
I'm not getting in your way. You're getting in my way. You're asking me questions. Yeah, I was asking you why the woman's on the floor. Well, I suggest get an ambulance, don't you?
Well, we're trying to, but we can't deal with it because we've got to deal with you.
You go on the radio and say, can I have an ambulance, please? I've got a drunken disorderly on the floor. It takes 2 seconds, doesn't
You're
it?
laying on the floor.
You
How's it
what?
disorderly?
That smug look, it's priceless. I would hate to see his family portraits. But back to the matter at hand, Active Patriot has quite rightly pointed out that the excuse that he is not obstructing them is mute. He is a good 15 foot away. The police approached and started the interaction with him, and there were 3 of them initially. And if it really takes 2 police to deal with a bystander while leaving 1 to deal with a victim or vulnerable person of some kind, then clearly these police constables' priorities are a little messed up. And blaming their incompetence on a member of the public serves no reason other to try and justify their terrible decision-making abilities.
Is it not drunk then? A drunk person on the
I
floor?
don't know the drunk. I've not had a chance to speak to him yet because I've
You
got
was
to deal
just
with
speaking
you.
to him, Tim. You're not dealing with me, are you? Speaking to him on the floor.
Why are you here?
Why am I here? What do you mean, why am I here?
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Because I've come to help out with this.
I'm here because I want to be here.
I'm here to help out with this. Help out with what exactly? No wonder the police are no longer fit for purpose when it takes 5 of them to check the welfare of 1 woman who's so drunk she's probably wondering when the gangbang started and who ordered 5 dicks to attend.
Right, okay. So
Yeah.
why are you still here?
Well, I'm still here because these guys are arguing with me, trying to tell me it's illegal to ride a push bike.
Right. Well, you got the lights on, have you?
And go on, be the first copper to nick someone for no lights, dare you? Go
You
on.
can be the first.
Yeah, you would be in this
Oh,
town, mate. You would
okay.
be because I know the law in this town, mate. I know everyone who's been nicked, yeah? Do you? The thing is, you don't go to law school, do you?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. So you don't know the law, do you? So don't try and tell me the law. No, I've read it up. I've got a 2.1 now in law.
2 point.
Yeah,
Law.
yeah.
You didn't go to law school, but you got 2.1 in law.
Trust me, mate. You don't know what I've got, mate.
I don't know what you've got now. That's
Yeah.
why I'm going back over it.
That's yeah. You're the cunts that got COVID, not me. Obstructing the highway. Geek. Hey, actually, you know what? I want your number. I want your number because you told me it's illegal to ride a bike.
Team 2 Patrol.
Wig, Team 2 Patrol. What's your name?
2
Two Brooks, 1997, Victoria Street.
Yep. Mug. Fucking illegal to ride a bike. Jog on. That's what I come out for. No, I'm happy. I don't feel so stressed now. I just need to get a bit of fucking shit off my head, you know what I mean?
These interactions are getting more and more amusing as time goes on. In reality, they should be getting treated more seriously as the amount of police abusing these new powers is made available online. Surely the police are actively reviewing these interactions and making recommendations to staff. Or maybe not. Anyway, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. Until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials. Good night, all. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like the content and you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so. In the description of every video there are some links to ways that you're able to help support the channel so I can continue putting out content. If you're unable to help us in that way, hit that subscribe button up the top there. If you haven't already, become a subscriber. That is support enough. Share the videos, comment, like, it all helps. If you're looking for something else to watch, up top there is my latest video. Down the bottom there is a video that YouTube recommends for you.